Praise God, sisters. I really want to thank the Lord for His goodness, and this is why I'm here to do this video to give a testimony for the so many things He has done for me. But for today, I'll give this particular one. During lockdown, I happened to receive my goods, and when they reached the bond, I was given the invoice by URA. Unfortunately, it seemed so big than I expected, and the money was not there because it's not what I expected, so I did not budget for it. And I talked to a few friends who understood about the kind of thing I was going through, and they were like, you know what, Stella, what you do, just go clear and get your goods out of the bond before they are damaged or they are stolen. Okay, I'm like, okay, I consoled myself. I'm like, okay, I think I should start looking for the money. However, as I was looking for the money, I was not contented. I started praying over it. We prayed at home every day. We prayed as a family, and friends prayed for me. And I sent an email to the commissioner. After a few days of waiting, I did not get the response. So I decided to go there myself. Remember, that time it was so hard to move, but I thank God that He made means for me always. So I went there, and I jumped from one office to another, seeing those big people there. But I want to thank the Lord still, because there's no office. I went out when I'm sad, when I'm angry, because all the time the Lord was with me. I remember to whisper prayer whenever I had a talk with a manager I had to talk to. And to cut the story short, the last person who was supposed to make the last decision on the adjustment of my invoice was so friendly. He was kind. So I had time with him, and then he referred my invoice to his junior. But this junior was not really friendly. He looked scaring, and the way he talked was not like bringing any hope to my soul. So I'm like, no, I prayed for him as well, because I know God touches the hearts of those that are hard-hearted. So eventually he gave me the adjustments, and I was not, okay, I said thank you, but I was not still contented, because I expected a certain tax, not from what I received. So he said, you know what, this is what we have managed. I've spent time to adjust on every value, A, B, C, D. I listened to him, and I remember I even left very late to their offices, and so I couldn't call someone to pick me again because of the curfew. And so I had to ask him, I requested him to drop me home, which he accepted, and so he brought me back. So I planned to go back, but I did not tell him. So I went the next morning, I went to meet his boss. We talked still. He was like, you woman, okay, let me receive your papers. I gave them to him. He took them, and then he sent me a certain lady who took me somewhere in an office. The two of us, we talked, told me ABCD. ABCD, of course, all the time is about the values, about the different commodities. Of course, I listened humbly, and I remember every person I had to talk to, I had to get into prayer. So then after, I think my papers were sent back to their boss. And at the end of the day, when he was about to close, they brought back my papers, and 8 million was adjusted from my tax. I was so happy. I praised God. I thanked God. I was so happy. when I was asked to give a testimony, I chose this one because I want us always to be encouraged that the Lord will always hear, the Lord will always listen to our prayers. When we need an instant answer, the Lord always give it, no matter what the circumstance may be. If it means 5 years, 10 years, now this is the trick of the devil. He makes us think God is late. God is never late. He's faithful and he's never late. He will always answer our prayers. My prayer is that the Lord will fill us with faith and patience while we speak to him about the challenges we go through in this life. May the good Lord bless you.